Hey, what is going on YouTube? This is Broke Watch Fanatic, and today I review the first ever smartwatch to be featured on this channel. This is the KOSPET Tank M3 Ultra, an affordable smartwatch with a long list of features including 15 military grade testing. I'll put those up on the screen since it is a lot, but some of my notables and useful ones are rain test, vibration test, drop test, shock test, extreme temperature test, and sand and dust test. In other words, this smartwatch was made to be tough as nails. The Tank M3 Ultra has a water resistance rating of 50 meters with an IP69K rating, which means it has the highest level of protection against dust and it can withstand high water pressure and high temperature jet sprays. It also has a dual band 6-position GPS, so it can track your outdoor runs, biking trails, hiking trails, etc. And we'll see how good the tracking is on that a little later. As far as design and build goes, I don't have much experience with smartwatches, but it's not hard to see what a good quality build is like. It's got a stainless steel unibody construction with a 9H rated Corning Gorilla Glass screen, indicating that it's highly resistant to scratches. The case has some good heft to it, weighing in at 57 grams. The screen is a 1.96-inch AMOLED display, and it is plenty bright. The display's resolution is also pretty high as the shapes, images, and numbers all seem pretty sharp to me. It's a rectangular shaped case that is similar to Apple's Ultra 2. It's a good-looking design with striations on the side that makes it look rugged, and it's got 2 orange buttons on both sides along with an orange outline around the bezel that gives it a pop of color. The case is a 40mm wide case if you include the buttons on the side. The lug width is 22mm, thickness is 13.8mm, and the lug to lug is 56mm, so it is quite large. But with smartwatches, if you want a larger display, this is the trade-off you'll expect to have, especially longitudinally. But maybe it's not a trade-off. I'm looking at this from a watch enthusiast perspective. Maybe for people who wear smartwatches, they're not concerned as much about the lug-to-lug as they are the size and resolution of the screen. When I first opened the box and turned on the smartwatch, I downloaded their app, and the first thing it did was perform an update. After registering for an account, I needed to take this out for a run to see how it performs outdoors with the GPS. And so far, I have to say it is quite fun to see how the app tracks your runs, along with your steps, heart rate, and your average pace. The GPS seems accurate and reliable, and once the GPS picks up the signal, it seems to be locked in. It also has the usual features you would expect from a smartwatch, such as a sleep tracker, compass, heart rate measurement, blood pressure, blood oxygen, stress management, altimeter, etc. Now the watch is heavily advertised to be a sports watch with over 170 sport modes to choose from in the app. I was pretty excited that it has a mode for pickleball, a sport I recently picked up. It also has auto recognition depending on the activity you do, but you have to enable this. The sensor will track whether you're running, walking, cycling, rowing, on the elliptical, and even standing still, which I'm not sure how it can auto recognize that. I find it's best to just manually start the workout yourself to capture the data from the start. Bluetooth calling was pretty impressive. The microphone picked up my voice clearly, and I was also able to listen to the other line clearly as well. There was no need for me to take out my phone out of my pocket, which is the point of this function in the first place. I also went ahead and tested its ability to be underwater. And although I don't have a pressure chamber or a pool, I can feel confident that this thing can handle being the pool for a swim. This is my poor attempt in creating water pressure. The touchscreen won't work underwater, but the push buttons on the side will. It also has this water ejection mode where it vibrates the watch to get rid of any water in the speakers. I also performed a drop test myself with the camera being 3.5 feet above my hardwood floors. The results were great, all functions worked as intended, and the case didn't have any dents or scratches. I think for the average person, this smartwatch is pretty indestructible. So after getting hands-on with the KOSPET Tank M3 Ultra, I find that it delivers a lot of what one expects from a smartwatch. If you look at this from a fitness tracking perspective, it delivers all the information you want. It's highly durable, and costs a fraction of the Apple Ultra 2. However, there are some things I wish they can improve on. For example, the rubber strap that comes with the watch needs to be replaced. It's very flimsy and feels like it will rip off after a short while. Not only that, it collects a lot of lint if it's worn underneath a sweatshirt. If you have an iPhone, the Tank M3 Ultra does not have the ability to reply to text messages through the smartwatch. If you have an Android, I am told that there are some quick reply options, so perhaps there can be some kind of update to add that feature to the iPhone. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this watch. It does a lot of things you would expect a smartwatch to do at a fraction of the cost. A true budget-friendly option that exceeds its value with performance. If this fits your budget and you don't care much about the brand recognition, I think you'll be satisfied with the features on this watch. Thanks for watching.